Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Tuesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, so daily chart here. This is the first trading day of the week. We were open yesterday, which was just basically a extended pre-market session for Tuesday. So for anybody that popped open the daily report this morning, the pivot table there, those pivots are based upon Friday's prices because yesterday, there was no yesterday. It was a holiday. Some charting systems will put abbreviated pivots, if you have auto pivots like slapped up on your stuff, but those will be based upon yesterday's holiday session usually, especially if you have Thinkorswim. So just be aware. Sometimes those abbreviated pivots work really well. Sometimes they'll just lie to you. This morning, they're actually, the daily pivot there isn't working half bad, but at the same time, it's wedged in with a bunch of other stuff. The weekly pivot at 22.65, the 67.5 area. That's important in and of itself. More important than an abbreviated pivot from a holiday Monday. Okay, so where are we? Well, we're not really, nothing's really changed. The bulls can't sustain anything over 22.70. The bears can't sustain anything under, under 22.60. Certainly under 22.50. They pushed it down in the overnight. We traded as low as 57.5 in the overnight. And then they defended that area pretty well and lifted it all the way back up to the 66s. So between the weekly pivot and that 67.5, they're pushing it back down a little bit to 63.75 as I'm doing this broadcast. So here's an hourly chart. You see here, this area was defended again. It's defended here and defended again here. Back up to weekly pivot, 22.67. This is that abbreviated daily pivot. Don't worry about that. The key is the yellow line and the red line, and here we are. Okay. The bulls want to get up over the top of all of this and actually sustain a trade up here. All these opportunities above 22.70, they can't sustain a trade. They can't do it. Okay, at least not so far. Now, the bears are just as bad. You get below 22.60, you get down in here, rejection, rejection, potentially rejection. I haven't written that down yet. We'll have to see where we close today. But if we ramp it up, then I'm gonna type rejection right here. So the bulls want to live up here. The bears want to live down here. The daily midband comes in today just underneath about 59.5. So you can consider this move so far to be a defense of the daily mid-band. And as long as, let me tighten this up. As long as the green line, the daily mid-band, continues to be defended on a closing basis, and it has been, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, this would be the 12th session. As long as that continues to be true, then overall, the bulls are going to remain in control of this little compression move. We are compressing above the daily pivot, not below it. Until the daily pivot, the daily midband gives it up. Okay, we're compressing above the daily midband, not below it. And until the daily midband gives it up, and we become a contract that wants to compress down here in this empty space and engage lower band, then the bulls are going to remain ultimately in control. The bears have another opportunity this week to reverse that dynamic. We'll see. Okay, they've already had one look at daily midband. It did not go well. I think they're going to get another look this morning. They've done a very good job, if this holds up, especially if they make a lower low today, of going from a daily midband test to a test of the key area and defending it. If they can defend it, if they start making lower highs and lower lows and being consistent, then they can move. Their problem is they'll make lower highs for a while and then it'll just bounce like silly putty off a driveway, and then they can't get it back. That's always been their problem. They get ahead of themselves and then they rip them. So we'll see. Watch 65.5 to 67.5. Watch 58. Watch the daily mid band, and we'll see. I'll be very interested to see where we are on a closing basis today. That should set up the rest of the week. All right, that's all I've got. Follow us on Twitter @PrincetonTrader. come check out our website, Princetontrader.com, and come take a free trial in our chat room. I'll be back tomorrow morning with another webcast. Trade 'em well, everybody.